Hey guys, it is Friday, and you know what that means. It is another Friday Night with Beef. I'm Chef Jason Morse, and thank you to the Colorado Beef Council for having us tonight. You can tell we're obviously hanging out in my kitchen tonight, because once again, I can never figure out from 15 minutes to the next 15 minutes what's going to happen. So we've had sweltering heat and now a little bit of rain. So we're inside today. We're having fun. And we've got an amazing recipe for you. We are doing, right there, look at that. Does that look tasty? Mm-hmm. We're doing steak lettuce cups. We're going to do some awesome steak that we have that we're going to saute off here on our flat top. We've got some grilled pineapple as well. And we've just got a bunch of cool stuff. Really fun marinade. And I'll tell you, talk about versatility. This is a super versatile recipe because you can do it hot like we're going to show you tonight, or you could do it cook once, eat twice. You could use leftover steak from the day before and re-warm that, or you could cook off the steak, cool it, and do a nice cool or cold dish. We're going to do a little bit warm tonight, and lettuce cups. I love lettuce cups. The options we have for lettuce are huge. We could have used Bibb lettuce or Boston lettuce. We could have used romaine hearts. We could use leaf. You could use kale if you want. I went with iceberg. Iceberg is it just gives me that beautiful like crunch for that beautiful summertime stuff, and it works out great. So don't forget, if you go to cobeef.com, we've got a great website set up for you, and there's a tab called Cooking. You can click on that Cooking tab, and that will bring you into all the recipes we've done on the live. We've got some great tip sheets for you as well. And then, if you're looking to buy local beef, we've got a really cool locator map on there that you can click, and it'll show you all the producers, farmers, ranchers that are growing some amazing Colorado beef. And a big shout out to them, because I know they're not sitting at home eating dinner right now. They're all out working. They're probably doing their afternoon, evening feeding. They are out there doing a fantastic job, working hard to keep Colorado beef, as we always say, in the freezer, in the fridge, and right there in our bellies. So, anybody we need to say hi to?
Oh, we need to say hello to another Annie Patton.
Annie Patton, nice to see you. Annie, I got to tell you, I remember last week we talked air fryer. I did a little testing this week, and I had air fryer fail. I don't know if it was me. I don't know if it was the air fryer. I don't know what was going on, but maybe it's my patience level, but I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on it because I know we can do some cool beef recipes with the air fryer, even if I got to ditch the air fryer I have and buy a big chefy air fryer. All right, so let's dig in here, you guys. A couple things we're going to talk about really quick. Here's what we're cooking tonight. Now, when I said versatility, we've got such versatility in this recipe with the lettuce we use, but we also have versatility in the beef. So we could use, recipe calls for flat iron. Totally amazing, right? Great steak. So you could use skirt, you could use flank, you could use top sirloin. Tonight, we are going with some beautiful choice fillets that I got, just because I wanted something a little lighter, a little softer. And just the beauty of it is, as long as you're using that piece of lettuce to deliver beef, you are good. You could use ground beef and all of that. So, first thing we need to do, anything? Questions, comments?
Not yet.
Nothing?
Send your questions, people. Right. We're here to answer them.
So come on in. Let's talk a little bit about what we've got here. We're going to start off and make the marinade. So we've got some green onions that we sliced up. That's going to add, you want me to hold it that way for you? What do you want? Yeah,
it's just hot.
Some soy sauce. So we start off with green onions. Move into our soy sauce. Move into our orange juice, and I'm just using a fresh squeezed orange juice. I went with no pulp because I don't like pulp, so I decided.
What's the measurement quantities on this?
They're all on the recipe. So they can grab all these on the recipe. We're adding some hoisin as well. Cool thing too, you guys, you could double this up. This is actually going to become dual purpose sauce. So we're going to use half of it for the sauce, and then also half of it for the liquid, like the dipping liquid. I'm sorry, half of it for marinade and half of it for sauce. I don't know why I can't speak tonight.
What you got there? This
is our squeeze tube garlic. We love this stuff. It already comes done. It's perfect. And it just, your hands don't smell like garlic. And they works out great. A little bit of red pepper flake, nothing too crazy. We don't want to make it overly hot. Now, listen, when it comes to zesting, you could use one of those fancy microplanes if you want. which I would love to have used tonight if I remembered where I put it. But instead, we're going to do this. We're going to take our carrot peeler and just come across this and peel off just the rind, right? We don't want the white pith. That's a little bit bitter. So we're just going to peel some of that orange off, get some of that oil. Oh, it smells so good, that orange. And we're bringing that oil and that peel to life, so it really does a good job adding some aromatics to this beef. And then, you guys, do you see that right, babe?
Okay.
We're just going to go through here.
That smells good.
Chop this up. And get that in here. Hey, don't forget too, while we're cooking, leave your comments. Tell us hello, say hi, let us know where you're watching from. I know last week we had some of our other beef councils from other states watching, which is always very cool. But let us know where you're watching from. Say hi. We will get in there and answer questions as always. And then we keep that up through the following week because we're good like that. All right, give this a mix. Doesn't that look great? And it smells so nice too, right?
It smells great.
All right. So we're going to set this aside here real quick. We don't have a burner on, so we're okay. We'll set that stuff here. Now it is time to get into the beef, right? So we have to marinate that. But one of the first things we need to do is we're going to grab ourselves a cup because we want to save a little bit of this to become our sauce. So we'll go ahead and pour just a little bit, maybe a half a cup off. All right. That's going to become our dipping sauce here a little bit later. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this filet and we're going to cut it in half. Right? Just like that. Pat that guy down a little bit. Get our plate out. And we'll cut this guy in half. All right. So now that we've cut it in half, what I like to do, go through and cut some strips out of here. And I'm just looking, you guys, look at that. Nice, even little strips. All right. We've got Julie watching tonight. Who else is watching, Ann, on the phone? Does it say?
It doesn't.
Who's joining us tonight?
No, but we've got 9 watchers.
9 watchers. I like it. Hey, you guys, too, don't forget, you can share this video. You can spread the word. We do this every Friday night. We're coming to you live, having fun, showing off some great recipes. Next week, something near and dear to my heart. One of my favorite beef dishes, kebabs. I love beef kebabs. So we're just going to go through here, get these guys sliced nice and thin. And you want to make them thin because we're going to cook them and eat them. So you don't want to make too big of chunks here and have to worry about eating a large piece of steak while you're eating your lettuce cups. We want to make it a little bit mouth friendly.
Well, we do have a couple people watching.
Right? Who do we got?
Gizmo and Ollie.
Oh yeah, the dogs. They're
waiting for scraps.
They're opportunists, so they're mostly just waiting for some food scraps more than anything. So, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna just lightly mix this with our hands. I just washed my hands, so we are good. Mix this up. And we're just going to let this sit for a few minutes. You guys, you can let this go for an hour. You can let it go for a couple hours. Just a few minutes is all you need to really do a nice job getting this marinated. And just be careful with the level of acidity that you have in here. The longer you let that sit, the more there's potential to have that acid maybe change the texture of beef a little bit. So I'm gonna wash my hands just a little bit.
Yeah, so while you're doing that, Annie commented that this would be a great patio meal, and we agree with that. And hello to Paul Huddleston.
Yeah, it would be absolutely a great patio meal. And if you notice, we have more of these. These are our plastic paper plates, right? They look like paper plates. Perfect for
outdoor dining.
Outdoor dining. As long as there's no miller moths or hail or whatever we've got for the week, right? So, all right. We've got the sauce done, right, you guys? We've got the marinade done. We've got our cutting board set. Annie, come on in here and let's talk lettuce. Like we talked about before, we're just going with iceberg lettuce because I love the crunch. Here's your tip for how to get the core out. You ready for this? Give it a smash. And now, you can go right at it. Of course, it doesn't work yet. There we go. You go right at it, and you can pull that core out, and then you can discard that.
And there goes Ollie getting some of that discarded lettuce.
Get a little bit of lettuce in his life. Now, what I like to do on these guys, too, we're going to cut it right in half, okay? Because now I can go through and start picking out some really cool little cups. But if you cut it in half that way, you can literally pull it apart layer by layer and make some real easy cups that we're going to fill up here a little bit later with our beef. So we've got the beef marinating. The salad prep is done, right? So we've got all that finished. Now we need to make our salsa. So we've got a fun little grilled pineapple salsa that we're going to do. And we started earlier. We had those on the Weber grill. So we took them outside, grilled those guys up, got them nice and hot, got some beautiful grill marks on there. And there was a few more pieces of pineapple, but I quality controlled them. Super sweet. Man, this pineapple is so good. And what we're going to do is...
Hey, Todd.
Grab another chef's knife.
Thanks
Todd
for joining, Ingley.
Todd Ingley, nice to see you. Watch. So what I'm going to do again, right? I cut the pineapple ring in half, and this was fresh. I just happened, for some reason, they didn't have whole fresh pineapples, but they had fresh pineapple rings. So maybe they made them all into rings for the night, but I'm just going to cut this guy up. And again, I'm not trying to go too huge. I want to make it a little bit smaller so that we've got, easier to eat. Always watch your fingers, you guys. That is the key to remaining safe and going home with all your digits. A chef used to tell me that. At the end of the night, if you left with all your digits, it was a successful day.
And no burns.
And well, that was a whole other story. All right. So we just do a few pieces. And you know what? You can grill these guys as dark or as light as you prefer. I went a little bit darker, a little bit heavier on the grill, just because I wanted to get some of that pineapple caramelized. So we had just an absolutely awesome pineapple flavor. Quality control, how was it?
They're good.
Good. All right. So let's do this real quick. We're going to finish this in just a second, but I want to get some beef cooking because not only is this versatile, it's pretty fast. Colleen Owens joined us. Hello, Colleen. How are you? So look at this. We're going to take these little pieces of steak, put them on the grill on our flat top here. So like I said, versatile recipe and easy to make, fast, delicious, all that. And I'm not seasoning this with salt. The beauty of this dish is we've got enough salt in the soy sauce and everything else. I'm not even worried about it. I like the lightness of it. I want to taste the lettuce. I don't want to overpower the beef with too much salt. So just keep it clean, keep it simple. This recipe does a great job. Barry and the folks over at NCBA always do such a great job with their beef recipes. And Barry emailed me this week or today to check in to see how the meatballs went last week. So that's always nice to see as well. So, all right, round one. It'll take us a couple times, but we're going to let that go for just a little bit. We'll come back over here. Got our pineapple in there. Oh, this is going to be so good. Are you ready for dinner tonight, dear?
I am.
I said we're having lettuce wraps tonight, and there were cheers. Red peppers, cut them nice and thin, julienne them. Some shredded carrots. Excuse me. And then mushrooms. You can go with whatever kind of mushrooms you can find. These were some beach mushrooms that the recipe calls for. Not quite able to find beach today. Went with some beautiful golden shiitakes. So I'm just going to cut these guys up a little bit smaller. Get these into the recipe here, or into that. Yeah, I don't think we'll vent fan it. We'll chance it, Annie. Annie's wondering if we should turn on the vent fan. I'm thinking we should risk it and see if we can't set off the fire alarm. I mean, it wouldn't be the...
Wouldn't be the first time.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Wouldn't be the 16th time either.
Shh, seriously. Seriously. Okay, cilantro. We wash this. Here's a little cilantro tip for you. I will take my cilantro and bunch it up real nice. And then I roll it kind of firm. So I get a nice little bundle. Then I'm going to chiffonade. Just very lightly go through here. Get some of those leaves off. All right. And we'll take that and drop that in there. Get that all set. And then the last part, which I'm so excited I found this today. This is pickled ginger. This is called gari shoga. It's a sushi pickled ginger. And I'm going to go through here, you guys. And I'm just going to chop this up kind of fine. You can do it as fine or as coarse as you like it. This stuff is beautiful. A little bit sweetened, so it comes out really nice. And then get that set. And we like ginger, so we're gonna modify this recipe a tiny bit and set to go. All right, give me a second here.
We'll say hi to Anne Marie while you're washing your hands.
Hi, Anne Marie. Good to see you. Let's jump in here. We have no questions tonight.
No, quiet audience.
Julie's man in the questions for us tonight.
So what other kind of meat could you use?
Well, you could use the recipe
What
calls
other
for
cuts?
Recipe calls for flat iron, which is flat iron is such an amazing cut. You could use round steak. You could use chuck, eye of the round. You could use what else did we say? Skirt steak, flank steak. You could really use anything. Top butt steaks, shoulder steaks, chuck roast probably not. Little too firm. I've got fillets in here today because I was going for that beautiful. Just wanted filet mignon tonight.
So if you wanted to cook once and eat twice, what other recipe would this season of meat be good in? This flavor combination.
For cook once, eat twice, what I would do is take my steaks. Like if I had leftover steaks from yesterday, I would take my steaks and cut them into strips and quickly marinate them in this, even though they're cooked, and then reheat them with this sauce and finish them off. But this dipping sauce would be great on beef kebabs. It goes good really on a lot of different things. So, all right. So now I'm going to get a bigger bowl because I obviously need a bigger bowl.
Yeah, you should make some more dirty dishes.
Well, everybody loves dirty dishes.
Where do you buy that pickled ginger?
Pickled ginger you can find in the Asian section at the grocery store. And it took me a little bit to find it today. It is up on the top shelf, usually by wasabi and wasabi powder, right? But it's called Gari, Gari, and it's just a nice, slightly sweetened pickled ginger. All right, look at that beef.
I'm going to go grab that and show them.
Show them. That's the Gari. All right. Sushi ginger. Nikki Weathers, how are you? I think I saw Weathers Family Farms and Weathers Beef implanting embryos and doing all they can with their livestock and building a beautiful, beautiful, as always, I shouldn't say building, adding to a beautiful, beautiful herd, right? Look at that. Isn't that so nice? So and then I just put a little bit of olive oil in here, but leave this alone. Don't mess with this too much. It's so beautiful and fresh and crispy and crunchy. If you wanted to kick it up a little bit, you could maybe add a little bit of vinegar to it, whether it's mirin or something, but you're going to have some in that stuff, so I wouldn't sweat it. But how'd the beef come out? Good?
Really good.
All right, so the recipe, when you do it, you will do it in 2 batches. You'll do the first round of beef. This is a clean plate, so you'll do the first round of beef in the first batch, then come back at it. Look at that. Isn't that great? Mm-hmm. And you guys, we only marinated this for just a few minutes, but look at the caramelization we're getting, which is just beautiful. That's the sweetness in the soy sauce, and that's that hoisin, and that's the Maillard reaction in the beef, and it comes across absolutely perfect. And then we'll go back in here and put this stuff on, then we'll wash our tongs off quick. It is time to build a lettuce wrap. So what are we at, seriously, for time? 18 minutes. So literally that's what I love about these videos. We're able to show you from prep to the mouth, right? Literally from prep to plate, how fast these recipes are. And this is an 18-minute recipe, but delivers just a great amount of flavor. And it's nice too. Like Annie said, this is a patio meal. But if you get home late and you're in a rush, guess what? This is great to get out on the patio in a hurry. I got it. That's the center one. Are you correcting me here?
No, I'm just wondering who's going to clean that up.
I clean the kitchen, dear. And we have this argument every week. I'm the one that does all the cleaning. Everyone knows that. All right, come here. Check this out. So here's lettuce cup number 1. And again, like I said, I just cut that in half. And I'm picking these guys out here real quick.
Nikki thinks that looks amazing.
Right, Nikki? I will tell you what, I can't wait to see you guys make it. I know your kids will dig it. Absolutely dig it. And then, you know what, if you get one that's too big, here's what you can do with it. You can easily just cut this guy down, make it smaller. Now you can fold it and have like a little lettuce taco. I mean, how beautiful does that sound? All right, here we go, you guys. Let's move in here and do a little building. We always say put in as much or as little as you like. I'm thinking I like a lot. So we will get that set and ready to go.
Got to leave room for the salsa.
I know. All right, let's set our beef over here, and then look at that. It's so perfect. I'm gonna put a glove on because I'm gonna grab that with my hand. We have quality control happening on the beef just to make sure that I've done a sufficient job. But look at this. Just grab a nice little pinch here, right on top. And there we are.
Pretty and colorful.
Seriously, I think we're 20 minutes into this and we have dinner done. So this is a way, I mean, I'll tell you, this is great. And imagine if you were doing this in the cook once, eat twice, where you already maybe had some leftover steak from the night before. You could be into this in 10 minutes when it comes to eating. Now, the beauty of putting this in a pitcher is now I can just do a little pour.
And while you're doing that, we'll say hello to Laura Hagen and
Hey,
Patty
Laura.
Buck from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, I love it. And Laura Hagen, how are you doing? Laura's been cooking up some amazing stuff. Nashville is what we said last week, right? All right, you guys, come on in close, and show them the last minute here and what we've got. That is it. Talk about fast and easy. If you want to add some more heat to this, or you're looking to kick this up with a lot of spice, you could add more chili flake. We've got a little bit of chili flake in there. You could easily add more. You could add some sriracha, some sweet chili sauce, or really sambal olik would be fantastic too. A lot of beautiful, beautiful spices out there that'll add some awesome heat. So that is it. Let me go back over here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We love it. It is Friday Night with Beef. We're having a blast. We've got such cool things coming up for you. Next week, we're doing beef kebabs, which is great. We're going to be back on the grill, rain or shine. I'm putting an umbrella up, so I don't care if it's raining, hailing, or Miller mothing. We're going to be outside on the patio here in Colorado, grilling up some beautiful, beautiful beef kebabs. Don't forget today's recipe. You can head to cobeef.com. cobeef.com, that's Colorado Beef Council's website. We've got a tab called Cooking. You can click on that tab, download all of our recipes, tip sheets, and then we've got the beef locator, right? If you're looking to purchase Colorado beef, you can click on that beef map. That'll bring up all of our Colorado producers that are ready to sell beef to you so that you can keep some beef in your freezer, your fridge, and your belly as well. So I'm Chef Jason Morris. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And again, huge, huge thank you to all of our farmers and ranchers and producers for all the work you do to keep us well fed with amazing Colorado beef. So have a great weekend, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Next Friday, it is beef kebab night.